So the first step for glowy festive skin is foundation, and I'm using the Clinique Anti-Blemish Solution Foundation in the color Fresh Ivory, and I just put a little bit of that onto the top of my hand. And in order to get an even more glowy finish, I'm adding some of the Cover FX Enhancer drops in the color Moonlight. And as you can see, it's super pigmented, so a little bit already goes a long way. 1 or 2 drops definitely is enough for that. I then just mix the foundation and the highlighter drops together and put it onto my face as usual. And I'm going in with a wet beauty sponge and I just dab it onto my face, as I always do with my foundation. Next up is concealer, and because we want it to be super glowy in our face, I'm using a highlighting concealer, which is the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclat concealer, and I'm using the color 2. And again, just with my wet sponge, I'm dabbing it onto my face or underneath my eyes and a little bit onto my eyelids as well. For eyeshadow, I'm just using a shimmery brown color as a base, and then I just add a shimmery gold one on my lid and just blend it with my finger. Next up is eyeliner, and I use the L'Oreal Super Liner in Extra Black, and I just make a winged line like that. To mascara, my current favorite is the Lancome Hypnose Drama, and I usually apply 2 or 3 coats, especially on the top lashes, to make it even more voluminous. For brows, I'm still using this rather cheap brow powder that I just got at the drugstore, but I really like it, and yeah, I just am filling out my brows. Comes my favorite part, which is contour, and I recently splurged and got this amazing Dior highlight and contour stick, and if you're wondering, I'm the color 2, so I just place a line of the contour right underneath my cheekbones and then dot a little bit of that onto my forehead as well, and then I just blend, blend, blend. The blush that I'm using is one from my trusty Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit palette, and it's the color Mood Exposure, and I just place some of that onto the apples of my cheek. In order to finish this festive glowy skin, I'm going in with the highlighting side from the Dior stick, and I'm just applying a little bit onto my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, underneath my eyebrows, and in the corner of my eyes. But since we want to glow as bright as the Christmas tree, I'm not stopping there with the highlight. I am adding another layer of highlighter, and again I'm using my new addition, the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops, and I put a little over the Dior highlighter and dab it in with my sponge. Last but not least, lips. I first use the Lancome Nutrilait lip balm, and then I add my favorite Festive lipstick, which is Max Diva. There you go guys, that's the glowy Festive makeup done. Now onto hair. First I put 2 or 3 pumps of the Schwarzkopf Gliss Kur Hair Repair Serum into the ends of my hair, and then I just brush it using my Tangle Teaser and obviously blow dry my hair. Once your hair is dry, we're gonna start with the milkmaid braid, and for that you want to do a side part and then just flip that parting onto the other side because we're gonna need that later. Now just grab a section of hair and divide it into 3 strands and start doing a Dutch braid. The Dutch braid is just like the French braid, but instead of adding the strands over each other, you add them under one another. And I like to do one simple Dutch braid and then start adding strands from the sides to the outer strands of my braid. I'm sure there are really good YouTube tutorials on doing milkmaid braids if you don't really understand what I'm talking about, but basically you just continue doing the Dutch braid by adding strands from each outer sides onto the outer strands, and you just keep continuing all around your head. The back part can be kind of tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it's quite easy. So just keep braiding around your head and make sure the braid is nice and tight, and once you've reached the top, take that side part we flipped over before and add it into your braid so it goes around your forehead. Once you've incorporated all your hair into the braid, just keep on braiding it until you're at the end, and then just secure it with an elastic. Finish the milkmaid braid, you just flip your end braid around your head as far as it goes. That depends on the length of your hair, and then just secure it with some bobby pins. As you can see, I didn't pull it tight enough, especially in the front, but you can always fix it with some bobby pins later on. There you go, that's my finished holiday makeup and hair tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you in my next one. Happy holidays, guys!